So we are here in the back of the unit. This is a townhouse unit. It's a 3-level, has a basement, mid-floor, and of course the uh, bedroom area. And so we're gonna start from the basement. So we're gonna come here and we're gonna guide you into what we're seeing.
So you see on the right, we have the neighbor added this whole addition on here. And we were talking about adding square footage. You see that the big cables, the electric wires. If we were to add an addition like they did, it's going to be our responsibility to fix their electrical stuff. So that's always nice, but it's good to know so that we can put that in our budget.
Yes, everything we have to put in the budget when we're doing running numbers here, because it can be the difference between making it or breaking it, and we definitely do not want to break it. Chris, can you comment on the outside unit here of the AC?
Well, that air conditioning unit is somewhat newer. I'd say less than 10 years old. My family's contracting company offers Goodman, so I know the color and the design pretty well.
Okay, so we know that we're dealing with a system that's about 10 years old, because now the units are bigger, right?
Yeah, the rule of thumb is the bigger they are, the more efficient they are. Mm-hmm. But this is a very small house, so I would expect this to only be a 2-ton unit, where typical houses are 3 and 4.
Okay.
I wouldn't expect this to be more than 2 tons.
That's great information. Thank you. Let's go down. A little bit, hoping that we can see without turning the lights, but if we have to turn on the light, we will. And we're coming here to the basement.
I got the door.
Okay. Right. Okay. So I'll let you the flashlights because. Okay. So
the matching unit for the air conditioner is this top box. Top gray, it's still shiny even, which lets me know that it is within that 10 years. There's always serial numbers that we can look at to get the exact year in there.
Okay.
But stepping back, you can take a look at the furnace, which is the lower unit, and that guy has seen better days. In our area, we expect our furnaces to last 15 years. And that guy is definitely lived past his expected lifespan.
It's an ancient furnace.
So we'll put that in the budget, maximum $4,000 for this small unit.
All right. Okay. And then we turn around and we see a water heater here. And it seems to be a gas water heater. Not too old, right?
2011.
Okay,
McDaniel Services, I know the owner.
Oh, okay. So not too old, but it's still, and we're talking about 11 years already. Now, this has something very curious that I have not seen before, but Chris was able to explain this to me. We have here an old box that's being fed by a newer box that is over there. Let's talk first about the old box.
So this old box is the original fuse panel when the house was originally wired. And you can see the old wires coming out the top. The old wires are wrapped in fabric and then dipped in tar. When they upgraded the electrical service from the power company, they used this box as a junction point and screwed the cover shut. And then you'll see the fresher white wires with the blue connectors on the right. That's being fed from the new panel over on the right that we showed you just a second ago. This was very common. It's still done, but when you're talking about these old rag wires, is what we call them, they have added a new code in the last 10 years that says you're not allowed to refeed old wire using new wire. So we either leave it alone and it can be grandfathered in, or we have to rewire the entire house.
Okay, thank you. And then we go into the new box. There's something very interesting here. and it has to do that we can't close it.
The ductwork
We
is
can't
blocking
close
the
it.
way.
Yes, you can see the ductwork here. Okay,
So that'll have to be addressed.
right, has to be addressed because it is illegal, right?
You have to be able to access the panel.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And to get into it, to get the screws out of the left side, you gotta close that door.
Yep.
Silly.
Right. It's so good to have somebody so knowledgeable about these things because you may not think much about it, but it's gonna be a little headache that needs to be resolved. The other issue that we have here, as you can see, we have a washer and dryer. Okay, but we have a problem with them, and I'm going to show you while Chris explains to you what is going on here.
You'll see all that dust. That's not just dust, that's lint from the dryer. They've been running this dryer without venting it outside for years.
Forever, since dryers got invented. You see, because there's not even a duct, nothing.
Gross.
Okay. All right.
So while we're down here, we're just gonna gut everything. The floor, we expect there to be asbestos on that floor, so we'll have to budget for an asbestos contractor to remove it the correct way. You gotta have positive ventilation, you gotta bag it, they gotta pay extra money to dispose of it properly. Asbestos is never fun.
Yeah, and it is expected when you come to a house that is so old. We're also looking at the panels, and we're thinking about the possibility, and it has to be all cost effective, and not only cost effective, but the right thing to do in regards to just opening all these, just removing all these panels over here, opening this basement up a little bit more, and the possibility of making a bathroom. Creating a bathroom. Now we haven't talked about the sewer lines here, but the idea would be to place a bathroom and make this an efficiency, a rentable efficiency. Now where these houses right now, it sits on what's gonna be a very high sick area because of businesses that are coming to and metro station expanding to here. But however, we cannot buy because those things are going to happen. First of all, anything can happen and those things won't happen anymore. So we have to buy to what makes sense today in today's market and what's around, what the comps are around. Yeah. Let me hold your phone. So I'm going to lock this door over here.
So this is the old cast iron plumbing stack. You can see it goes into the ground. Something to take a look at is this nice big bubble and crack that you can see follow, telling me that this might be at the end of its life. We should probably budget to replace that. These fittings are fitted with lead, so you're going to want to make sure to have the right contractor do it. And you can see they already did it once. So this would be the place where we would tap into the sewer to add that bathroom. It's going to have some jackhammering to find out where we want to put the toilet and shower, but that's where we're going to have to tap into. Here is one more there. We've traced this to go back to the kitchen sink, but it might not be large enough for the toilet. It'll be large enough for the shower, but maybe not the toilet, so that's why we've been looking at that one.
Even, they're thinking about the possibility of jackhammering and once again, being cost effective. Another idea would be maybe moving the washer and dryer and creating a bathroom in this area.
Definitely.
Yes, that would give a little bit more space because when we think about creating the bathroom in this space, we have a door problem.
Mm-hmm.
So all those things need to be considered. Are they cost effective? So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so should we go up or?
So.
Oh well, yes, we want to comment about
The window.
the windows. Yes, I mean I'm gonna show it over here. without kicking the lamp. I have already kicked it once or twice. Okay.
That makes two of us.
So we have a window to nowhere here. And that is because upstairs they created a little porch area. So this window was making sense when there was no porch over there. You would have gotten light from here, but now that there's a porch upstairs, it offers nothing. So
It's worthless.
right. It's just sitting there. It's sitting there, so it was covered with a beautiful towel. Okay. You were working. Okay. We have here the gas line, right? And Chris, you commented that this section of the gas line was replaced
Yes.
coming from the street. So there was some moment there was an issue there.
Well, back in the day, they would put the gas meters inside the house. So when you see a gas meter inside the house, don't be surprised. But this one has had the changeover so that they relocated the gas meter outside. And that's why you see that.
We didn't comment about this.
Well, that's the gas coming in, and
Okay. Was this
that's the old gas coming in.
so the meter would have been there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We were wondering where was the water line. We have not seen the water line, right?
You're right. We have not seen the main water valve.
Let me
Oh.
check. You found it?
Somebody's inside.
Oh.
Hello. Here's the main water line.
Okay. Hello?